Hello, welcome to today's class. Today's class is on nested macros. So here we have a program, and actually in this program we have two macros. This is the first macro, increment, and the second macro is compute. And now from the main program we are calling the macro compute. And if we look at the macro compute, we will see that within this macro we are calling the first macro increment. So this is an example of a nested macro call. The first macro call is appearing within the main program, so this is not a nested macro, but the second macro call is appearing within a macro, and such macro calls are called nested macro calls. So a model statement in a macro may constitute a call to another macro, and such calls are called nested macro calls. And the macro where the nested macro call appears is called the outer macro, and the macro that is called from within another macro is called the inner macro. So in this example, compute is the outer macro and increment is the inner macro. Now we need to perform a macro expansion. So when we perform macro expansion, first we will perform the macro expansion for the macro call that is appearing in the main program. So we have to perform the macro expansion for this macro call where we are calling compute. And we already know how to perform macro expansion. To perform macro expansion, first we have to map the formal parameters to actual parameters. Now what are the formal parameters in compute? We have two formal parameters, first and second. We get it from the macro prototype statement. You already know this. And both these parameters are of type positional parameters. And what are the actual parameters? We get this from the macro call statement, and we have two actual parameters a and b. And since these two parameters are of type positional parameters, the mapping will be done based on position. So the first formal parameter will take the value of the first actual parameter, and the second formal parameter will take the value of the second actual parameter. So we have this mapping, and once we are done with mapping, we can now perform the macro expansion. So to perform the macro expansion, in place of the macro call, I'll put the model statements from the macro. So here we are calling the macro compute, and in macro compute we have three model statements. These three model statements, which I have written it here, these three model statements will be placed in place of this macro call. And we already have done the mapping of the formal parameter to the actual parameter. So this is actually a formal parameter, and your parameter first should map to A and second should map to B. So that replacement we will do, and after replacing first by A and replacing second by B, this is what we get. And now these three lines will be placed in place of compute. And since I don't have much space, let me first remove this macro definition from the screen, and now in place of this compute I will put these three statements, and this is what we get after performing the first macro expansion. So this is the code we have after the first macro expansion. This is typo, actually this should be increment. Instead of increment D, this should be incremented, a small typo. But now as you can see, we are not still done with macro expansion, because we still have another macro call present, and we need to perform the macro expansion for this macro call. So we are still not finished doing the macro expansion for all the macro calls, and now we have to do the macro expansion for this macro call. And we'll follow the same procedure as before. First we will map the formal parameters to actual parameters, So what are the formal parameters here? We have three formal parameters: memory value, increment value, and register. And then we have three actual parameters: A, B, and B register. And if you note the macro prototype statement, the first two are positional parameter and the last one is keyword parameter. So the first two parameter will take the value based on position. So memory value A will take the value A, increment value will take the value B, and of course we have only one more actual parameter left, so register will take that value B register. As you can see, also in the macro call we say that register should take the value B register. So the mapping is done. So now we can go ahead with the macro expansion. So in place of the macro call, I will put the three model statements. I'm writing the three model statements here, and we already have done the mapping from formal parameter to actual parameter. There's another typo here, please correct that. This should be formal parameter. So we have done the mapping from formal parameter to actual parameter, and in this mapping we see that register should be replaced by B register. So that's what I have done here, and memory value should be replaced with A and increment value should be replaced with B, and that's what I have done here. And this is the code I have that I will place in place of the macro call, and I can remove the macro definition, and in place of the macro call I'll put the three model statements, and this is the code we get after performing the macro expansion. And in this code we have no more macro calls. All the macro calls are resolved. So this is your final code after performing the macro expansion. So in today's class we have seen example of nested macro call and how to perform macro expansion when we have a nested macro call. If you have any doubts, please post your question through Piazza, and thank you.